Mm-hmm. I am officially back. I know it's been a while, but I'm finally back with another Power Ranger ranking. Now today I'm doing seasons, so this should be fun. This is all just my personal opinion. Please do not bash me for where I put some seasons, because I know it's gonna be some where y'all expect it to be higher and lower. Just chill. I'll give reasons as to why I think season is good or bad. But if you also would disagree, let me know where you would put the season. We could talk in the comments. I promise I'll be more consistent with these now. The next one will be coming up this week. I'm gonna be doing Blue Rangers, so that should be fun because in terms of Blue Rangers, only like a few. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm ready to get it started. So let's go. All right. First up, we have Mighty Morphin. I'm gonna go ahead throw that up to B. I think as a complete series, it's a B tier. We had some pretty iconic things happen. Obviously, the original five is iconic in themselves. We had Green with Evil, which, in my opinion, is the second best like villain arc in Power Rangers, in my opinion. Season two, we had the Stone Canyon Trio, which I actually prefer them over the characters that they replaced. We had what season three? We got the Ninja Quest and Catherine and stuff. Like just Tommy is the White Ranger. Like Mighty Morphin was really good. It was a great start to the franchise, and yeah, it's B tier. Lost Galaxy, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Coming after In Space, it was not gonna be as good. Like realistically, it wasn't. Overall though, still a really good series. Like I really enjoyed it. I loved pretty much all of the characters. I wish we got a little bit more with Kai because I don't really have an opinion on him as a character. But other than that, like the rest of the cast was great. I love Leo and the storyline with him and Mike and him not originally being chosen to be the Red Ranger. The Magnet Defender was dope. Mike coming back and actually getting the Magnet Defender powers, which personally, this is one of my first hot takes. I actually prefer the original over Mike. I'm sorry, Mike just wasn't it for me. Like he was so badass, like when he was his own thing, and then when Mike became the Magnet Defender, I was just like, it don't have the same effect on me. Next up, we got Lightspeed Rescue. This is going in detail. I literally was watching episodes the other day on Pluto TV. I don't remember what happened. Outside of the Titanium Rangers storyline, this season is just so painfully meh. Like, oh, it's just no. No, no, no. I just can't. This season is just not good. Carter was a great Red Ranger, but outside of that, in a Titanium Ranger, it's just meh. Now, we got our first S tier. Tom Force. Love Tom Force. Had a really great villain. Had a really great Ranger team. Wes's storyline with his dad was amazing. Jin's whole storyline with Rancic was amazing as well. Eric's storyline as the Quantum Ranger and him and Wes dynamic and stuff, I thought was really good. The only issue I have is I wish the other Rangers got a little bit more. Like Katie got like an episode, she got like sent back to the old West or something, and it was pretty much a Kimberly ripoff. I think it happened in like season two of Mighty Morphin, like towards the end. And it just wasn't as good as Kimberly's episode. Um, Lucas, he got the storyline with like the girl, and I think he had to like chauffeur her or something, or like babysit her or something. I can't remember, but Carlos had a similar storyline in space, and I think his was better than Lucas's. Like I just felt like they could have did more with the other Rangers, but other than that, I think it's an S tier season. Like the villain was great, the Rangers was great. Jin and West, the romance was really good. Yeah, just a really great season. Alien Rangers, I'm gonna put that in. Oh gosh, I don't even think it was terrible. I'm gonna put it in D. It was just meh. Like, unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to be their own thing. Like, they got smushed in the middle of Mighty Morphin transitioning to Zeo. So it was just a weird spot. And I feel like they could have used this Sentai for a complete different team. And I felt like they wasted them. Next up, we got Zeo. I think Zeo's B tier as well. Really great season. I felt like in this season, we had the Machine Empire. I thought they were cool. The Cogs or whatever they were called, they were fun. They were a little bit more durable than the putties. I felt like Adam and Rocky came into their own as Rangers, as well as Catherine. I felt like she did too. Also, we had a newbie in Tanya, which I think she fit in really great. Um, Billy was kind of like the tech guy at this point, so he was like creating the Zords and the weapons and stuff, which I thought was dope. And obviously, we had the Gold Ranger, Trey and Jason. Jason's return. This is my biggest hot take of the video. I actually preferred Trey of Triforia as the Gold Ranger. I thought that as a Ranger, he had all the cool stuff. Like he was able to do all the cool things. And then when Jason get the power, it was just eh. So like I don't know. That's my hot take. Don't crucify me. I'm not the biggest Jason fan by the way, but I don't hate him. But I just felt like Trey was cooler and should have got more with him. Next up we got Turbo. Turbo's in D tier. Listen, Turbo's not good. But what saves it from going to F tier is the fact that the back half saves it. It just does. Like the newbies coming in, like the power transfer to TJ, Ashley, Cassie, and Carlos. It was a good thing and it was needed. It brought some fresh blood to the franchise. And the back half when they came in was actually pretty decent. So this definitely stops it from, and the finale was good too. Like the finale for that season was definitely really good. Like the Rangers lost. Like I thought that was cool. But yeah, the back half definitely saves it from being an F. Power Rangers in space. The franchise savior. My personal favorite season, and I think it is the best season of Power Rangers. It is the closest season, like, to being perfect. Like, it's the only season that's nearly perfect. Some people don't like the Ninja Turtle episode, but guess what? I love it, okay? I thought it was a good episode. It was fun. This season has no slouchy parts. It's no weak element to this season. It's not. Like the characters were great. I think the Turbo Rangers shined way better. It had a more mature tone. The writing was better, and as well as the acting was better. Um, Cassie got a lot more in this season than she did in Turbo, because Turbo actually got more because she was already established. So she took a little bit of a step back, and then Cassie got a lot. Carlos got a lot in this season. He was kind of like a big brother. He also had the episode with Adam. TJ was great. Zane was great. The storyline with Andros and Astronomer was great. Astronomer is the best villain in Power Rangers, in my opinion. We had the best villain arc with the Psycho Rangers. Like, we even had villain rivalries. Like, Ecliptor and Dark Honda was going at it like the first episode Dark Honda was introduced, they immediately had beef until the end of the season. It was just so good. Like, there is no weaknesses. And it has the best finale in Power Rangers. Like, there still has not been a finale better than In Spaces. So it is the best season in my opinion. Wild Force. I don't know where to put this. I'm gonna put it in C. I think Taylor and Cole are the only Rangers that like really stick out. Merrick was better as Zanaku, to be completely honest. Once he was like good again, he was kind of bland and boring, and I just didn't care for him as a character. But the Zanaku arc was really great. Like the Tom Force crossover was good, and come on now, Forever Red was in this season. Like it had some high moments. It's just that on its own, like minus the crossovers in the Zanaku arc, it was kind of mid. It was just okay to me. Ninja Storm. I'm gonna put Ninja Storm in A. I really enjoyed Ninja Storm. Like Ninja Storm is Rocket Power and Power Rangers combined. Like it was just so carefree. I love the Rangers. I thought the Thunder Rangers were really cool until they became good. Because once they became good, they were kind of dry. I would have preferred if they stayed evil. They were just more badass. Cam, this is another unpopular opinion. I didn't care for Cam being the sixth ranger. I didn't care for him becoming a ranger. Just his attitude towards them was just really. I just didn't like him as a kid. I liked his suit, but I didn't like him as a kid. And as an adult, I went back and watched it, and I still don't like him. Like he's annoying as hell. Like I can't. Dino Thunder. S tier. S tier, easily S tier. It was so good. They brought my goat back, Tommy. That's my favorite Ranger. I'm not one of those people that just think that Tommy is best at all his colors. I think as black and green, well, black and the Six Ranger was at his best. Red Ranger, not so much. But yeah, he was great. And honestly, I think this season would have been good with or without him. Like, I think the other characters were that strong. Like, I loved Kira. She was easily my favorite. I loved Connor. I loved Ethan, Trent. Like, the villains was really good. Like, and I think personally, in terms of evil Rangers, I think Trent is up there with Tommy. Like, if I did an evil Ranger tier list, him and Tommy would be the only ones in S tier. Unless you count the Psychos. Because were they technically Rangers, though? I don't know. But anyway, Dino Thunder was amazing. And realistically, I wish they got another season, but that's just me. SPD emergency. Yo, that theme song start off so hard. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think it's a really great season. I think some people might put it in S, and honestly, I wouldn't fight it. I thought it was great, but like outside of Sky, Jack, and Z, and even Doggy Kruger, like the other Rangers kind of take a backseat. Like I don't remember really anything that they do. I thought A Squad, like that whole reveal, while it was shocking, I thought it could have been better. Like if we saw A Squad more, so like the betrayal would have been more deep. And I don't like the ending. I actually hate the fact that Jack gives up the powers. Like I thought that was kind of whack. Like he could have still helped people like he was doing as the Red Ranger. I don't like that they had that ending. Like for me personally, I was just like, nah, nah, I don't like that ending. But overall, really great season. Mystic Force, I'm gonna put it in C. If you put it in B, I wouldn't fight it, but I won't take that as it's A or S tier. I can't. Like the Rangers outside of Xander were kind of boring. Chip was fun, but they didn't really give him nothing. The sisters, they didn't really do much with them. Like Nick got a lot of the focus because the mystery was like who his parents were and stuff like that. Like I thought that stuff was cool. Solaris Knight was badass. This is another unpopular opinion. I don't think Nick should have been the Red Ranger. Xander gave off Red Ranger energy the entire season, and I think he should have been the Red Ranger in my opinion. But overall, I thought Mythic Force was cool. Like it was okay. Overdrive, I gotta put in there. I'm sorry. I just outside of once, what is it? Once a Ranger. I don't. No one talks about this season unless they're talking about the crossover. There was nothing memorable about this season. It was bad. It was just really bad. Like, uh, I couldn't. Jungle Fury. Mm, I put it in B. RJ was my favorite Ranger and character, just period from that season. I thought Casey was really good. Um, his dynamic with the villain was really good. What would they call it? The Spirit Rangers? I thought they were cool. I wish we got more of them, but all in all, it was a pretty good season. Like it kind of gets lost because at the end of the Disney era, it just felt like they didn't care about the franchise. So like some of the later seasons wasn't getting as much hype as like some of the earlier ones. But all in all, I think it's a good season. RPM. The RPM stand's gonna hate me, but I'm gonna put it in A. But I think it's higher than these seasons. I know some people expecting it to go in S tier. Me personally, I don't think it's S tier. I think it's a really good season, and this is coming from someone who actually didn't like it at first when it first came out. Like I didn't like it at all. Like I was just like, no. But as I watched it over the years, it definitely grew on me, and I think it's an A tier season. But I don't put it in S. Like by the back half, I was losing interest. I really love the Rangers. Like there was not a weak Ranger in this show. But the villain being like a virus, I was just like, eh. The stuff with Tanya Seven and Dylan was really good. I like that. It was kind of like a ripoff of Andros and Astronomer, but it was still good. They tweaked it. It was different enough. Tanya Seven was just cool, but I'm biased because I love the actress. um, but yeah, like it's a really good season. I just think the back half, I'm kind of like, all right, can we come on now? And I know like it got affected like the writer wanted to do something else but couldn't do it or something. Like y'all will let me know in the comments. And I wish we would have got to see what he wanted to do or they got to do, because from what I've seen like online and stuff, it seemed cool. Samurai. I don't know where to put this. It's like D, or I'm gonna put it in D. If you grew up with Samurai, because I know a lot of people got into Power Rangers through Samurai because they're younger. I'm older. I'm a 90s baby. But when Samurai came out, I was like, this is so boring. Like, I like Jaden. I really enjoyed him. And I loved his dynamic with the villain. I can't remember the villain's name, but it was played by the actor who played Cole in Wild Force. And that whole dynamic was really good. The Gold Ranger was really cool. Lauren, Lauren was the best Ranger, and she was only in a few episodes. I loved her, and I wish that we got more of her. Like I wish they would have did like, and I hope Hasbro do it. I hope, but do specials on Rangers that could have gotten more. I don't know if the actress would come back, but just to do something with it would be really cool. Like, cause she was interesting, and I actually preferred her as the Red Ranger over Jaden. That's just me. Mega Force, trash. Outside of Gia and Noah, this show was Mighty Morphin Light. Like if Mighty Morphin was Walmart slash Sam's Club, then Mega Force was Dollar General. Like it was so bad. Like no, no, this season was bad. I just, and then the legendary battle, it was a skirmish at best. At best, like no, it was so bad. No, if you like it, all power to you. But me, no. Dino Charge, I think, was actually really good. I'm gonna put that in B. It's the only Neo Saban season that's gonna be above a C, because everything else was just nonsense. Um, I thought the characters were really good. I love my boy Tyler. He was probably the best written Ranger on the show, and he had the most interesting storyline with like him trying to find his dad and stuff. Power Rangers loves doing storylines with their Red Rangers looking for their dads or something like that. It's like a reoccurring thing from the beginning of Power Rangers all the way to like now. And I think that's cool, but I would want them to do it with different colors in the future. I like Shelby. Shelby was really good, and her dynamic with her dad was interesting, and Kendall. Because Kendall was getting on my nerves a little bit. I was like, dude, why you hating so much? Like, chill out. But as the series went on, it was, she grew on me, and I was happy when she finally became a Ranger. It was too many Rangers to remember everyone, especially all the new people. It was just too much. Ninja Steel, straight up in the garbage. Outside of the Pink Ranger looking ridiculously good looking, there's nothing good about this season. I'm sorry, it's just not. Um, the characters were one note and boring. They tried to create a new Bulk and Skull with the two characters. I can't even remember their name because they're so forgettable. They did another, oh, I was separated from my dad storyline and my brother, and even that wasn't really that good. So, ah, Mick being in here was the good thing. Him and the Pink Ranger. That was it. That was all. That's it. This season is bad. Sorry. Beast Morphers. I'm gonna put it in D. The first episode set me up for failure. Like the choreography for the episode was really good. Like just everything was just set up so good. Like the stuff with Devin and his dad, and like Zoe, and like it was just so. It has so much potential. Like Roxy and Blaze, I think were the best parts after like the Rangers became Rangers. Like they were so good as villains. Ah, and the crossover with Jason was whack. I'm sorry, with the Dino Rangers, it was nah. Dino Fury. I'm gonna get hate. I'm gonna get hate. I think it was an A tier season. I think it was really strong. Amelia, great character. Zato, great character. Izzy, great character. Javi, I really enjoy him. Ollie was pissing me off. He was better in Cosmic Fury, and I'll get to that in a minute. But like Dino Fury was just so good. Like like we saw the origin with the Morphin Masters, with like how they created like the ninja stars, the Dino gems and stuff. Like it was just so good. And then when season 2 came out on Netflix, they ramped up the choreography. Like they were doing like fast fighting choreography again, and we haven't seen that since what, Ninja Storm and like early Mighty Morphin. Like all the seasons, in my opinion, outside of a few, had really good choreography, but those two are the ones that stick out the most. Like where obviously it was like martial arts and stuff involved, but the fighting in that was really good. And the revelation of like Amelia also being from Rafcon or whatever, and Void Knight and Void Queen being her parents and stuff, like I loved all of it. It was really good. And I think it's an A tier season. I know some people gonna disagree, but it is what it is. Cosmic Fury, I think it's B. I think it's a B tier season. I think it's like an 8 out of 10. I think it wrapped up the Dino Fury season. Like the storyline, very good. I didn't really care for the ending with Zed, because it was just like they should have just destroyed them in my opinion. But that's just me. Um, what else? I think Ollie was at his best in this season. Oh my gosh, he was so good as evil Ollie. Like the actor did really good in this. Like I'm mad he wasn't evil from the jump. Imagine had we had an evil ranger the entirety of Dino Fury. Like that would have been so cool. Um, but yeah, he was good. I think Amelia was great as the Red Ranger. I actually like Zayto's storyline. I know some people have complaints with it. I just wish we saw more. It's not much you could do with 10 episodes. Javi losing his arm was crazy. Yeah, man, like it was just really, really, really good, in my opinion. It is what it is. But yeah, this is my tier list, you know. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I know some people going to disagree with me, and that's okay. Just long as y'all respectful and civil, we good. Like that's all we got to worry about. Long as y'all being respectful, we Gucci. We are Gucci. But let me know how y'all feel about my list. Let me know where you would have certain seasons, which ones you would have switch or whatever. And if y'all have any other questions about why I put certain seasons above others, y'all can ask me. I'll answer them. I don't mind. Next up will be Blue Rangers. Hopefully that'll be out sometime next week. It'll be out next week. I just gotta figure out what day. Hmm. It might be like Tuesday or something. So look out. Look out for that. But yeah, that's my list. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.